The world of geopolitics and energy is often filled with surprises that shape our global reality. At the recent G20 summit in Brazil, President Biden's authorization for Ukraine to use long-range missiles on Russian territory dominated headlines. However, a quieter yet equally significant event unfolded. Russia announced temporary restrictions on enriched uranium exports to the United States. This strategic move could reshape global energy markets and alter the delicate balance of power in nuclear energy supply chains. But what does it mean for the United States, and how will it impact the rest of the world? Let's dive in. Nuclear power is a cornerstone of the United States energy landscape. With 57 nuclear power plants operating 95 reactors, nuclear energy accounts for nearly 20% of the nation's electricity. In simple terms, 1 in every 5 kilowatts of power in the US is generated using nuclear technology. This reliance underscores the importance of enriched uranium, a fuel source with a higher concentration of the isotope U-235, which is essential for the efficient and safe operation of nuclear reactors. Russia's export ban directly targets this critical sector. According to Bloomberg, Russia supplied over a quarter of the enriched uranium used in the US reactors last year. The country controls nearly half of the world's uranium isotope separation capacity, making the US particularly vulnerable. This raises serious questions about America's energy independence and resilience. If you find this analysis insightful, please take a moment to like and share this video. Your support helps us reach more curious minds like yours. The United States faces a glaring challenge: limited domestic uranium enrichment capabilities. Despite some efforts to revive domestic production, the US remains far behind global competitors in terms of efficiency and capacity. In 2023 alone, the US spent $1.2 billion on Russian-enriched uranium, which accounted for 27% of the fuel used in its commercial reactors. With the export ban in place, finding alternative sources will be neither quick nor straightforward. China and France, the other significant players in uranium enrichment, have their own limitations. China operates 17 nuclear plants with 50 reactors, yet it struggles to meet its own domestic uranium enrichment needs. Much like the US, China relies heavily on Russian imports, making it an unlikely supplier. France's nuclear industry is a vital component of its economy, with 56 reactors generating 34% of its electricity. France even exports 20% of this electricity to neighboring countries. However, France's lack of domestic uranium resources and reliance on imports from Canada, Niger, and Australia limits its capacity to support the United States. Moreover, political upheavals in Niger, a key supplier, have further complicated this equation. Australia possesses abundant uranium ore but lacks the enrichment infrastructure and logistics to meet global demand. Similarly, the United States' limited enrichment capacities make Australia an insufficient solution in the short term. The repercussions of Russia's move extend far beyond US borders. Countries with significant nuclear industries are now reassessing their energy security strategies. Electricity prices in the US are likely to rise, potentially leading to broader economic challenges. Moreover, Europe's economy, already grappling with energy crisis, could face additional strain. Russia, on the other hand, is redirecting its uranium supplies to markets less aligned with Western interests. Rosatom, Russia's state-owned nuclear energy corporation, is currently building 35 power units across 12 countries, including India, Bangladesh, Turkey, and Egypt. Many of these nations are part of the BRICS bloc or aligned with its goals, signaling a strategic shift in global alliances centered on energy security. This move also allows Russia to deepen economic ties with its allies while diminishing its dependency on Western markets. By bolstering energy partnerships with countries that prioritize long-term infrastructure projects, Russia ensures a stable revenue stream while simultaneously undermining Western influence over global energy markets. In May 2024, President Biden signed legislation banning imports of low-enriched uranium from Russia until 2040. Yet the Department of Energy retains the authority to permit imports if no alternatives exist. Experts predict that these permits will continue until at least 2028, underscoring the urgency for the U.S. to develop domestic solutions. Building or upgrading enrichment facilities is not a quick fix. It requires significant investment, technological innovation, and time. The U.S. faces an uphill battle to reduce its dependence on foreign suppliers while ensuring its nuclear power plants remain operational. Beyond uranium, this crisis has reignited debates over energy diversification and renewable alternatives. Policymakers are now urging swift action to modernize the country's nuclear fuel cycle infrastructure. Private companies are also stepping up to explore innovative enrichment technologies. However, these efforts are unlikely to yield immediate results, leaving the U.S. vulnerable in the short term. The timing of Russia's decision raises interesting questions. Was it a calculated move to avoid immediate escalation or a strategy to maximize economic leverage? Some analysts suggest the delay may have been influenced by internal debates within Russia, while others point to a desire to keep diplomatic channels open for potential negotiations. The economic ripple effects are already being felt. Higher electricity costs stemming from increased uranium prices could dampen industrial productivity and household spending. The broader geopolitical ramifications are equally concerning as energy security increasingly becomes a bargaining chip in international diplomacy. This crisis underscores the need for nations to prioritize energy self-sufficiency. Diversifying supply chains and investing in alternative energy sources could mitigate the risks of over-reliance on any single supplier. For the United States, the long-term solution lies in balancing domestic production with strategic international partnerships. Russia's uranium export restrictions mark a pivotal moment in global energy politics. The United States must now navigate a precarious path, balancing the need for alternative suppliers with the urgency of ramping up domestic production. Meanwhile, Russia's pivot to BRICS-aligned nations signals a broader realignment in global energy markets. The stakes are high, and the outcomes will shape the energy landscape for years to come. Whether this marks a new era of cooperation or conflict remains to be seen. This development also serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of global markets. When one nation shifts its strategy, the ripple effects can touch industries, governments, and economies worldwide. As countries grapple with this new reality, the importance of resilience and adaptability cannot be overstated. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of the most pressing issues in global energy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on the latest analysis. Your support keeps us going. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay informed and stay curious.